There's a new version of Illustrator, version 30.3, and the news in this version is that Turntable is integrated into the main application. You no longer have to have the beta installed to get that, although the beta has something new as well that I'm going to cover later in this video. Now let's take a look at Turntable for those who have not yet tried it out. You have an artwork, and that can be vector or pixel based. So this is an AI feature in Illustrator that works on pixels as well. And then you can rotate that in 3D space by using this button here in the control panel, or in the object menu, you go to generative and there is Turntable. So I'm just hitting that button and then it generates. Not a lot has changed yet. What you see is this blue icon, which shows that this is now an AI-generated artwork, although your original artwork will not be changed. And then we get this contextual toolbar. In that, you can now act on the artwork, so you can pull the slider to rotate the thing. And you can use these buttons to take a look at from below or from the top. And then again, you can rotate it. Now, if you now get lost, just hit this button to get back to the original side. Now, let's go to the Layers panel and take a look at the structure. So here we've got it. And this is the original one, which is now hidden, and there we have the generative object. And this is 0, 0. And the 0, 0 is this here. So all the views have names, as you can see when you change that. I'm going to deselect it and then select it again. And you see that toolbar is gone. If you click on Turntable again, then it's back. If you ungroup this in the meantime, and then hit this again, then it will generate a new version of it, and that will again cost. But as long as you do not ungroup and then just hit it again, then it just pulls up that toolbar again. Now there are other things you can do with it. Hit these buttons to just put the next rotated version on the artboard. And then you can use these in your drawings, for instance, to draw a giant herd of zebras. If you want to have all of them at once, let's get the toolbar again. Then you can also use this button here and just drag that out. But these are different. You see, when you select these, then you've got a giant bounding box. So this is the all views grid, all of them generative objects. And to use these in your drawing, to just move them around and arrange them, you have to first ungroup them. Just like that. And then they are all groups, and they are all still live objects. So if you hit the Turntable button, you just get that bar. If you go further and ungroup this as well, let's see where it is. It's down there. So now you only have the paths. You can now group them again, and probably you should, because handling is better with a group. But you see, this now is no longer a live object. If you now hit Turntable, then it will be regenerated. It will again cost. Let's take a look at what it generated. So I'm going to go into Outline View, and you see this line here, this is outlined, which it has not been in the original drawing. So the original drawing is here, and you see there, this is still a path with a stroke. So it has to be auto-traced at some point in that process, and then it will not generate strokes. What else can you do? Let's hit that again. There's one button left, which is this one here. And when you hit that, then you can export an animated GIF. There we've got some options that you can all try out and then save that. And here we've got that GIF where it gets rotated. That is rather a gimmick, because probably you cannot use that in your animation. So what's now the difference between this function and a related one in Photoshop? The main difference is that you can get this grid. So the Illustrator function is, of course, it's aimed at using all these generated views in your drawing of a giant artwork where you can have your drawing in different angles. But also it is meant as a help, for instance, for drawing cartoon figures, where you can use these as templates to then draw those different angles that you need for that. There also have been updates to the beta version. So if you can use the beta version, you've got another AI functionality in that, and that is for refining your own sketches. Now, my sketches are rather sketchy, so the functionality probably doesn't work very well on my sketches, but I'm going to show you anyway. So here we've got a rather rough sketch, and you can already see the name of the function, sketch to vector, which you can also get from here, sketch to vector, and then enter your prompt here. I just want to have it in clean, and I should write clean if I want that. You see how much it costs. There is also a more affordable version of that, and then you can just generate that. Now this is the clean version. The clean version does not include a stroke. So these are shapes, what it generates. You can also use that for experimenting with styles. I want to have it in a different style, and it has options. So you can set it to a higher creativity, and then it will probably do something else, probably make some changes. So let's generate that. So here we've got it, and you see this doesn't resemble the original drawing a lot. It cannot tell the front from the back, which I myself might have problems as well. So we have some similarity, but it changed it also somehow. So let's take a look at this one here. And you see, this allows you to make some remixes with your drawing, apart from also being able to give you a cleaner version of your sketch. So here we've got the pop art version of that sketch.